So Ohio State hangs on to beat the Wisconsin Badgers 65-57 after being up by 27. And the first thing that sticks out to me is the first half when Ohio State came out with a bunch of confidence, hitting shots, and Wisconsin cannot hit the broadside of the barn. Wisconsin looked so tight, so rigid. Ohio State looked loose, confident, looked like they're having fun out there. It was just a polar opposite of one another. And it seemed like everything was going right for Ohio State, nothing go right for Wisconsin. All the missed layups, the layups rattling around the hoop, not falling. And then for Ohio State, I mean, right at the beginning of the game, Justice Sewing nails a three. And he's a 23% three-point shooter on the season. And it was just that kind of game for Ohio State. And they just had a lot more energy. They were way more physical than Wisconsin that first half. And Wisconsin really did not put up any fight that first half. It was like, oh, wow, they're confident, they're physical, and we're not going to really do anything about it. We're not going to match their energy. And that Wisconsin had a rough start to the second half. But then when they were down 27, they're like, hey, you know what? Let's start playing with some energy. Let's start pressing. Let's try to make a comeback here. Well, maybe don't wait until you're down 27 to get a sense of urgency is my advice. And Wisconsin almost did the impossible. They got the ball back down 5 with, I believe, about 2:10 left, 2:15, but they couldn't finish off the comeback. Yeah, it just, Ohio State was playing like a team that had nothing to lose, and Wisconsin was playing like a team that had everything to lose. And that was exactly the case. So Wisconsin, in my opinion, can still go on a run in March, but it'll be in the NIT. It won't be in the NCAA tournament. Their bubble is officially bursted. And Wisconsin had every opportunity to solidify their NCAA tournament resume and to make the dance, but they just couldn't do it. They came out really flat tonight against Ohio State. They lost a bunch of close games down the stretch of the season. And you know what? They had some rough breaks go against them. Hunter Dickinson nailing a 28-foot shot, in that road game at Michigan, swishing a three to send it into overtime. That's unfortunate. Going way back to the Bahamas when Kansas beat them on a buzzer beater, and they're up 3 in regulation with like 20 seconds left. Kansas hit a game-tying 3. If one of those 2 games go their way, they're probably in the NCAA tournament. But good teams overcome that. They would have won a different game. They would have, beat Northwestern 1 of 2 times. They would have finished that Michigan State game. They would have, beat Purdue, whatever it was. This Wisconsin team just was lacking the horses, especially off the bench. The bench production really wasn't there. At the beginning of the year, I was just thinking depth is a concern with this team, but they'll be all right. Wisconsin's been pretty healthy over the years in recent memory. I mean, last year, Wall and Davis both had ankle injuries, but overall, they've been pretty healthy as a program. But boy, did that depth catch up with them. Whether it was Wall going out, everything went haywire after that. They were ranked number 14th at the beginning of January. And the Wall went out, and things just went terrible. And instead of people stepping up in his absence, people took a step back. And then, Klesmit got hurt. Things didn't go well when he was out. And it just was rough. The depth was not there. Wisconsin definitely needs to hit the portal. They need to find an athlete. I think of Omax Prosper for Marquette. I believe he was averaging like 3 points per game at Clemson as a freshman. And Marquette brings him in. They saw potential. They saw an athlete. And look at him now. There's 350-plus Division I teams. Wisconsin's got to hit the portal, find an athlete, find some athletes, bring in the freshmen. And, yeah, they got to shake things up a little bit. I'll be doing some more Wisconsin videos talking about what they need to do heading into next year. So make sure to stay tuned. And I'll be covering a lot more of March Madness. So thank you for making it to the end of the video, and I'll catch you next time.